And they're off on this Labor Day at Finger Lakes. There's the first one to show. It's Brock Monov, hustled from the inside. It's Cool Kathmandu, and these two speed off to 4-length leads. They got 4, maybe 5 lengths back to Conformist. Martin Kelly's 2 behind him, and the trailer at the rail is Old Man Winter. Cool Kathmandu takes the lead away from Brock Monov. He has it 3 parts of a length through a sizzling opening quarter of 22 seconds flat. Brock Monov on the chase in second. 2.5, 3 lengths back Conformist, and Martin Kelly begins to close in. Old Man Winter still the back marker as they make their way to the quarter pole. It's Brock Monov to the throat latch of Cool Kathmandu. They went to half now off the turn and into the stretch. Cool Kathmandu. Brock Monov trying to get by him. 46-1 for that half. Cool Kathmandu. Brock Monov going at it from the start. Martin Kelly down the center. Conformist is there. Up the insides. Old Man Winter. Still looking for the lines. Cool Kathmandu. Old Man Winter up the inside. Down the center. Conformist. Old Man Winter. Old Man Winter on a late try. 126 58.75. And the 10-cent super, 1263, $20.65. Race 2 comes up next. And they're off. On the far outside, Mia Nipotina for the lead at the rails out of the cloud. And now Shiny Lure, after a little bit of a stutter step start along with Playing with Dolls, rushes up between horses. It leaves Playing with Dolls at the back of the pack. Shiny Lure has made her way to the lead. Shiny Lure half length over out of the cloud, who's inside, and Mia Nipotina, who's outside, catching up to the field, is Playing with Dolls. The 4 of them go to the opening quarter in 23-2. It's Shiny Lure. Shiny Lure, prohibitive favorite in front, just a half length. Under a drive is Mia Nipotina. On the outside, Playing with Dolls, trying to get involved with Kevin Navarro. Out of the cloud and Andre Warrior on the rail and at the back. Off the turn and into the stretch. Shiny Lure trying to keep on going here. Half 47-2. Shiny Lure has a length lead. Altering off the rail now is out of the cloud to take aim. Mia Nipotina Playing with Dolls down the center, but coming to the 16th pole. Shiny Lure, like a 1 to 5 shots should. She's going to cruise under the line of 4-length winner. Then it was out of the cloud in race 3. A rider change for the 6. Bonfire Diva to John Berrios. Berrios rides the 6 in upcoming race 3. And they're off. Bonfire Diva shows first. Immediately challenged by Investment Grade, who takes the lead. Here comes Tasty Wave. And between rivals, there is Hypnocurrency. Those 4 have a length and a half now, too, on Maggie. And the trailer is Ramon. She's just 6 lengths from the lead. And the lead belongs to Longshot Investment Grade. Tasty Wave right there. Her Gray Shadow and Bonfire Diva's 3 deep in this scrum for the lead through an opening panel of 22-3. Midway on the far turn, Bonfire Diva trying to take the lead away from Tasty Wave from the back. Hypnocurrency revs up in all green to the inside. There's Maggie. Off the turn and into the stretch through a half mile that went in 47 seconds flat. Tasty Wave bracing for the challenge here of Hypnocurrency, who's looking for 4 in a row. Hypnocurrency takes the lead. Tasty Wave. Here comes Maggie after Hypnocurrency. It's down to the 2 favorites. Hypnocurrency and Maggie. Hypnocurrency a length and a half. Then it was Maggie. Ramon from 50-cent pick 5. It's also leg 3 of 4 of the North Warning Distance Claiming Series to be contested at 1.25 miles that starts out of the chute here. They're in the gate. And they're off. No one really anxious for the lead. Jackie trying to get Pot of Gold there. To the outside's Coach Bahi. And along the inside, there goes Disappearance. So those 3 assert themselves early. It's a real scrum up on the front end. Far outside, we come back to Dates Freedom. In and amongst horses of both Kodiak Brown and Central Love. And letting them all duke it out early is the trailer, Red Fortress. They went the opening quarter. That's a quick 23-3 for 1.25 miles. They're moving right along here as they make their way to the clubhouse turn. It's Disappearance over Coach Bahi, 2 lengths. To the inside comes Pot of Gold, settles into 3rd. Then Dates Freedom's outside in 4th, 5 from the top. Two more back to the inside. There's Kodiak Brown. Another length and a half, to Central Love. And a half dozen behind him is Red Fortress. They went the half in a more sensible 48-2, a 24-4 middle quarter there for Disappearance. Coach Bahi ratchets up the pressure a bit in second. Waiting to roll is Pot of Gold. Dates Freedom under a bit of a ride. So too under a ride is Kodiak Brown trying to keep up here. Central Love has about a dozen lengths to make up. Red Fortress has a lot more than that, but he's starting to rumble from the back. Midway on the far turn, they win 3/4, 113-4. Coach Bahi comes calling on Disappearance. These two have opened up 5 on Pot of Gold. Dates Freedom under a drive. So too Central Love trying to come from the back. Red Fortress still has a lot to do off the turn into the stretch. Disappearance trying to lead them for the whole 10 furlongs. Coach Bahi sidles up alongside. Pot of Gold and Red Fortress still got a lot to do. They're coming to the 16th pole. It's still Disappearance. Coach Bahi finally grinding that one down. Coach Bahi, Disappearance. Coach Bahi, Disappearance. Coach Bahi by a long neck. Then it was Disappearance. And they're off. From the rail, Lindsay shows first. Now Leadership Ability asserts herself, and Koa puts Leadership Ability on the front end. Our Girl Faith from the outside draw. Second, a length and a half from the front. The favorite. Keep My Eye on the Boys moves into third and settles in about 6 lengths from the top. Then we come back to Lindsay, who broke well, but is 9 lengths from the lead, and the trailer is Clifton Punch. Leadership Ability, Koa trying to throttle down that speed. Lead is a length and 3/4. Then Our Girl Faith through an opening quarter in a sensible 24-4. It's a gap of 4 lengths back to the duo of Keep My Eye on the Boys, who just went past Lindsay. Clifton Punch still trails. She's about 9 lengths from the leader, and the leader is Leadership Ability. Leadership Ability a length and a half over Our Girl Faith. Now Keep My Eye on the Boy begins to move up through a half and 46-4. Lindsay comes under a ride. Nazario Alvarado trying to motivate her. Clifton Punch hasn't left the rail. Leadership Ability hasn't left the lead. She's been there from the start with Our Girl Faith chasing. Creeping in closer is Keep My Eye on the Boys. Now just 3.5 from the length. 3.5 lengths from the front. Midway on the turn. 3/4 winning 114-4. Leadership Ability trying to see it through. Our Girl Faith keeps ratcheting up that pressure. Clifton Punch stays on the inside and tries to rally. Keep My Eye on the Boys going to have to do better for there. I don't know if she's getting there today. Our Girl Faith just got to Leadership Ability. Our Girl Faith past the 8th pole. Jackie go over her left-handed. Here comes Keep My Eye on the Boy, but it looks like she's coming a little late as Our Girl Faith going to roll to a 3-length win. Then Keep My Eye on the Boys. It got real tight for Thriller Exacta 6.5, $29.80. 50-cent try, 6.54, $21.12. 10-cent super, 6.541, $7.02. And they're off. There goes the favorite Gone and Forgotten, challenged immediately by Small Pebbles. To Small Pebbles inside, there's Honest Banker and Easy Plays at the rail. Then we come back to No Chalk, who's been taken off the rail. The gray Tivoli Garden splits rivals. Bury the leads on the outside. The two at the back are Dolce Veloce. And the favorite, Gone and Forgotten, is at the tail end of the field. Up front, it's Small Pebbles. Between rivals, there is Honest Banker. Gone and Forgotten's actually 3 deep. That wasn't her at the tail. Then we come back to the duo of Easy Play, who just got off the inside, going past No Chalk. Tivoli Gardens is about to be passed by Dolce Veloce. Between rivals is Kaz Music. At the backs, Bury the lead, 46-2. Off the turn and into the stretch. Gone and Forgotten just struck the lead. Gone and Forgotten's looking for 3 Art of Queens in a row, and she's an 1/8 of a mile from doing it. Here comes Easy Play, and far outside, No Chalk. Gone and Forgotten's almost home past the 16th pole. No Chalk's flying in Easy Play. No Chalk. Gone and Forgotten. Gone and Forgotten. No Chalk got her in the shadow of the wire to win the Art of Queen by a half. 10-cent super, 4726, $25 even. Race 7 comes up next. And they're off. Benji Brown from the outside draw. Here's Coin Jar to assume the lead. Coin Jar in front of length. Benji Brown tries to keep up in second. Happy Instead between horses is third. Down at the rail, Big Baby Henry is 3 lengths from the lead. He just passed Gold Templar. The two at the back are Enticing Prospect and Makar, Coin Jar, and Kevin Navarro have fought their way to the lead through an opening quarter in 22-4. Benji Brown at a big price has been hounding him the entire way. Big Baby Henry just got shuffled out of there, passed by Happy Instead. Between rivals, here comes a bid from Gold Templar. Far outside roll from Makar. Then we come back to Big Baby Henry, and Enticing Prospect has about 8 to make up. The field makes their way past the quarter pole through a half in 46-3. Off the turn and into the stretch. Coin Jar bracing for Happy Instead. Happy Instead and Coin Jar, these two. Up the inside comes Enticing Prospect from the back. Coming down to the 16th pole, Coin Jar has a 2-length lead. The Ferraro duo giving chase, but it is futile as Coin Jar going to report home a 2.5-length winner. Then Enticing Prospect over Happy Instead. Back to wagering. No changes in race 8. Post time for the last is in just over 21 minutes. Folks, thanks again for participating in our late. And they're off. Rev Parker was rambunctious in the gate, and he tries for the lead. There's Jake's Orchard to the inside. In middle of the pack, that's Road to Power now, rushing up to confront Jake's Orchard. Waffler, the Saratoga Invaders in the mix as well. Down along the rail is Alfgar. He's about 4 lengths from the top. Then we come back to Prophetic. The two at the back are the Derbies and Darbies. Derby Child and Dr. Darby midway on the clubhouse turn. It's Jake's Orchard and Road to Power through a pretty quick opening quarter of 23-4 as they straighten up down the backstretch here in Farmington. Jake's Orchard and Road to Power alternate on the front end. Alfgar's moved up a couple of spots into third, just ahead of Waffler, who's 2.5 from the lead in fourth. Then we come back to Rev Parker. Outside of him, Prophetic moves up, and again, the two at the back are Derby Child and Dr. Darby, 48-2 for the half as they make their way to the far turn. Kevin Navarro looking for 3 on the day, sends Prophetic after him right now, and he swoops the group with a 4-wide bid to confront Jake's Orchard, who battles right back. Alfgar and Luis Perez just took him off the rail through 3 quarters and 1:13-3. The field passes the quarter pole. It's Prophetic, Jake's Orchard, and Heeman Harkey won't go away. Alfgar tries to pick them up from the back. Off the turn and into the stretch. Alfgar wanders to the inside. Prophetic in the middle. Jake's Orchard in between. They come down to the last 1/8 of a mile. Jake's Orchard's been there from the start. Alfgar up the rail and Prophetic. Alfgar has the lead at the 16th pole. Then Jake's Orchard and Prophetic. Lucky 13 for Alfgar. Out of the maiden ranks by 2. Then it was Jake's Orchard and Prophetic. 50-cent pick 4, 6-4, 5-1, 122 even. 50-cent pick 5, 5-6, 4, 5-1, $682.50. Pick 6 was hit today, 6 of 6, $952 even. Consolation 5 out of 6, $39.50. That wraps up the live racing portion of the day here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. Simulcasting remains open. Late pick 4 still to come at Saratoga. And of course, the gaming portion of the casino is open until 4 a.m. Live racing resumes tomorrow with a first post of 1 p.m. Past performances at fingerlakesgaming.com will be available after 6:30 this evening. Until then, on behalf of the broadcast team, staff, and management here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack, I'm your track announcer, the Big A, Anthony Steele, thanking you for joining us on this Labor Day. And once again, thanks to all the riders, and congratulations to Carlos Camillo for winning the 2024 Jockey Foot Race.